are in for a dangerously hot weekend. A heat advisory will be in effect. Good evening, I'm Jessica Larche. Kathy Times is off tonight. In tonight's first forecast, Storm Track 40 meteorologist Lindsay Slater breaks down what we can expect this weekend. Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, Jessica, and you're right. A heat advisory has been issued earlier today, and what that means is that we are going to see temperatures from this time period, 1 p.m. tomorrow through 7 p.m. on Monday night. We'll see these temperatures feel like 105 to 115 degrees over a consecutive 3 hours. So this is going to be a long-lasting event, folks, over the next couple of days. In fact, right now, my camera is updating with the data, but as you can see, a pretty hot and steamy night. I do know for a fact those temperatures right now are in the low to mid 80s across the state. Still pretty warm out there. On Storm Track 40 live radar, I did mention the chance to see a pop-up storm. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. Just right along I-55, nothing I'm concerned with. In fact, I'll just quickly go ahead and zoom in for you so you can kind of see that storm. Very small little one at the moment, and it is headed off toward the north, and I don't expect it to last too much longer this evening. We should have a pretty clear night out there. In fact, rather steamy, 75 degrees under mostly clear skies as we head toward tomorrow. Well, we're good to go as far as the rain is concerned, but we're going to be dangerously hot, 96 degrees under mostly sunny skies, and the heat sticks around for most of the weekend. I'll have your 3-day forecast next. Jessica?
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, in severe weather, sirens are sometimes the first line of defense. They alert neighbors to find shelter as quickly as they can. Fox 40 News reporter Dustin Barnes went to Hazlehurst. They've got a new siren. The one they had wasn't working like the city wanted it to.
It's just a drill right now, but Todd McDaniel is glad he'll be able to hear the sound when bad weather rolls through for real.
We've always called this area Tornado Alley.
McDaniel says his parents remember the tornado during the 60s that killed dozens in Hazlehurst. It's one reason his mother had a storm shelter built.
Have water and canned foods there for us to be able to survive just in case something falls on the shelter.
McDaniel says weather sirens tell him and his family when to bunker down here. Hazlehurst Fire Chief Gabriel Harvey pushed for the new siren. It's much different from the one crews took down.
It puts the wail or the sound to alert everyone at the very exact same time.
The old siren had to spin around to alert everybody. Harvey says someone could have missed out on the sound, even if for just a split second.
We kind of try to get rid of that gap.
The new siren has multiple sounders. Chief Harvey says Hazlehurst will get another siren. City leaders have agreed to annex more land. A new siren will ensure that the new neighbors will be alerted. Firefighters can sound the siren electronically. It has a battery too, just in case the power goes out. Either way, Todd McDaniel says Tornado Alley has just gotten a little safer.
Big benefit to the county itself and Hazlehurst also.
A warning that on a moment's notice could make a difference. In Hazlehurst, Dustin Barnes, Fox 40 News.
All right, thanks, Dustin. The city has 2 sirens. The other siren looks just like the new one, and firefighters test the sirens at the beginning of each month. Fox 40 News has been on top of sirens across the metro, so to see our coverage, log on to my601.com. Deadly floods in Arkansas kill at least 20 people. Officials say more may be missing. This is video from the aftermath of the massive flood. Heavy rains triggered the floods along the Caddo and Little Missouri rivers. It caused them to rise more than 8 feet in an hour. Campers sleeping along the riverbanks were also swamped. A South Mississippi woman's body is found in a freezer. Authorities found 52-year-old Darlene Berthelot's body Thursday in Walthall County. Her family contacted police after they didn't hear from her over the weekend. Police are questioning the victim's live-in boyfriend, but no charges have been filed. An autopsy is underway. And new figures tonight for the blown-out well at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. It seems the amount of oil spewing may have been worse than previously thought. Scientists are now estimating that twice as much oil is gushing into the Gulf. Some are saying that it's even more than that. Now, this is a live look at the oil spewing from BP. Scientists say the oil is likely to travel longer distances, threatening more birds, fish, and other wildlife. It may quadruple the harmful effects on the environment. Since Jackson's socialite Karen Irby's been behind bars, a flurry of court documents have been filed on her behalf. Her new attorney says she pleaded guilty to the wrong charge. Tonight, we're asking if sloppy paperwork could free her from prison. Back in March in Judge Tommy Green's courtroom.
I'm pleading guilty to count
Karen Irby softly speaks her guilty plea to manslaughter. She goes on to say drinking 2 glasses of wine in early 2009 caused the death of 2 doctors.
Everybody knows Mrs. Irby pled guilty to manslaughter.
Jackson attorney Merida Coxwell knows Irby's case well. He can also tell there's a mistake in the order filed after Irby's guilty plea.
What we call in the law a scrivener's mistake.
Karen Irby's new attorney William Bell noticed it too. On the order it says Irby pleaded guilty to depraved heart murder. That's not right. What is correct is the numerical code next to it for manslaughter.
Lawyers and doctors and plumbers and presidents make mistakes.
Irby's former lawyer, the judge, and the district attorney signed off on it. Now her new attorney is hoping it's enough to allow Irby to withdraw her guilty plea and get a trial.
The system isn't made so you can set aside your guilty plea and have another shot at a better sentence.
Coxwell says mistakes in orders can be corrected, especially since Irby clearly stated what she was pleading guilty to.
Think very hard and long when you ask for something because you just might get it.
Now we want you to tell us what you think if Irby should get a second chance. Click inside our top story and add a comment. You can also search Fox 40 News on Facebook and like us. Matt will read your comments later in the Social Check. The U.S. Census Bureau is taking steps to make sure they can get an accurate look at Mississippi. Officials were in the state last week and they have increased census advertisement in the state. They push the importance of being counted. One census official says the questionnaire does not take long to complete.
The census is safe, it's simple, it's secure. It's only 10 questions. It's extremely important. Health, housing, education, transportation are just some of the programs that depend on accurate census data.
Now, Mississippi has a 67% participation rate in the census. Workers will continue to go door to door until July 10th. Now, as we reported last night, some folks say people claiming to be census workers are asking for your social security numbers, but they are not supposed to ask for that. If you're not sure if a census worker is legit, call 1-800-563-6499. Again, that number is 1-800-563-6499. You can speak with someone who will help you verify that worker's identity. The boom of fireworks won't be the only sound around Jackson this 4th of July weekend. Tickets went on sale today for the Zoo Blues. The concert at the Jackson Zoo will be July 3rd in the afternoon. A half-dozen local blues artists will be featured. The Zoo Blues concert hasn't been held for years. Former St. Deuce McAllister is leading the charge to bring the fundraising concert back to the zoo.
Come one, come all. We're the small kids. There'll be activities for the kids to do, but obviously for the older people as well. And we want it to be a family event, so hopefully everyone will come out and support it. The zoo needs the revenue and the people to come out and see the exhibits.
Now again, the Zoo Blues concert is July 3rd, and you can get tickets at the Ticketmaster website. There's a casting call for actors right here in Mississippi where you need to be to try out for a role. And many young people are hyped about the World Cup soccer tournament. Fox 40 News talks to one young kid who can't wait to watch tomorrow's big match.
And I'm Matt Johnson, standing by live in the Information Center. This is an interactive show. Up next in the Social Check, we'll hear from you, a lot of you talking about Karen Irby trying to get a second chance.